everybody, I'm ML7, and this time we're gonna be doing a Nano Boost tier list. We're gonna split this in two parts. Nano Boost tier list on heroes that do not have their ultimate available, and on heroes that have their ultimates available. So for example, nanoing Bastion when he doesn't have ult versus nanoing Bastion when he has ultimate. About the categories, we have just three to keep it nice and simple. Peanut butter and jelly means that it always works. It always goes well, you can't go wrong with it. 90% of the times, it's just gonna be amazing, or even higher up than that. It's just like such a good combination. Breakfast food for dinner, sometimes it just hits the spot, sometimes it doesn't. I mean, you know, I think we've all had cereal for dinner, or like eggs and bacon for dinner, but maybe it wasn't quite it, maybe it was, it just depends. Still, it's a good option, but not always to have it. And ketchup on pizza, this is absolutely delicious, but it's not for everybody. And you're gonna see that some nano targets are not for everybody, and they don't always work, but trust me, if you try them from time to time, you might be surprised. Nano Boost without ultimate first. Bastion. Without ultimate, he's not ketchup on pizza. I'm between peanut butter and jelly and breakfast food for dinner. Because nanoing a Bastion, if he has his cooldown available, okay, is good. Like if he can go in his turret form. So I'm gonna put him in breakfast food for dinner. Like he can work, but you have to keep track of his turret form. Clearly breakfast food for dinner doesn't always work. Like if he goes in his turret form and then and he can see the enemies, good. But if he doesn't, then it's kind of useless. Okay, Cassidy. Still roughly the same thing as Bastion. You kind of like require a line of sight, you require cooldowns. I don't know if I would put him in peanut butter and jelly, because you do have to aim. It can work, it's not optimal. I'm gonna put breakfast food for dinner. It can work, another breakfast, you know? Sometimes he lands the shot, sometimes he doesn't. If you don't have anyone else nano boost, just nanoing a Cassidy can't go wrong. Nanoing D.Va. If D.Va has, we're taking into consideration all heroes having the cooldowns available. Nanoing D.Va, some of you, I see you in chat right now, some of you are thinking that she's definitely peanut butter and jelly. Like, D.Va, a nano D.Va is gonna do a lot. Now, the one thing that I have with this is that, the one thing I disagree with is the fact that if the enemies are not in range of the D.Va, so if you nano too soon, or if the D.Va asks for the nano too soon, it's not going to always work. And because of this, I'm gonna put in breakfast food for dinner. I've had a lot of the times situations in which I would nano a D.Va, and then Ashe would just go away, or Hanzo would just go away, or nano her too far away from the enemies, or she would ask for nano too far away from the enemies. If the enemies are close, oh, perfect. But most of the times, nanoing a D.Va is very kiteable. Now, nanoing Reaper when he doesn't have ultimate, same thing, breakfast food for dinner. I mean, it's kind of like Cassidy, you know? Like, if he's in range and stuff, it can work. Not too bad. Nanoing Hanzo. Okay, this is not for everybody. I would mostly nano Hanzo if I have to save him. But this is definitely the first ketchup on pizza hero that we're gonna put. He doesn't need to be nano boosted in order to, like, he already has a lot of damage. I don't think that he has to be nano boosted to get value out of his character. It's not a good combo. It's very hard to land the shots. It's projectile? No, I don't think that Hanzo is a good nano target. If he doesn't have his ultimate, and we're gonna see if he has his ultimate, if he's a good nano target or not. Nano boost Reinhardt. Now, I am undecided. Because I think that nanoing Reinhardt works better than nanoing D.Va. And because of this, in neutral fights, I'm gonna put Reinhardt here. Peanut butter and jelly. Why? Even if they're not in range of Reinhardt's hammer and stuff, he can just pin very deeply, cover more distance than D.Va can, and he can make a ton of space. What you're literally doing if you nano a Reinhardt at the beginning of the fight, even if he can't do that much damage to the enemies, is you're making a space creator. You are making him unkillable for a couple of seconds. The amount of space that you can make is huge. Yes, it's awesome if you can nano him while he's in range to just go with the hammers, right? Perfect. Or when he has Shatter in the Rhino versus Rhino duels. Amazing. But even if nobody's close, if the Rhino is proactive with this, he can cover more distance than D.Va can. And he's not gonna die that fast. So I love this. I love nanoing Reinhardt. Especially if you can nano him to like force objectives. Nano him when he goes to the point. Nano him when he has to even push the payload or contest the payload. It's good. I love it. Nano boost Mercy when she doesn't have Valkyrie. Ketchup on pizza. Very hard. Very hard to do this. Okay, like, I don't see a situation in which you can nano boost Mercy so that she can just pull out the Glock and just pew 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 on enemies. Maybe to go for a guess, maybe to save her. Ketchup on pizza. I know. Battle Mercy dope. Battle Mercy is with ultimate. We're gonna talk about that later. It's okay. Ketchup on pizza. Don't do it that often. Nanoing Roadhog. You know, I just realized we're gonna see a pattern for tanks. But nanoing Roadhog is definitely breakfast food for dinner. He can walk in, he's not gonna make, he's gonna make a lot of space. He's just gonna walk in like a Giga Chad and just move everybody around him. The threat of damage is huge with Nano Boost. You're gonna give him an easier job at actually maybe one-shotting people. You hook somebody and then boom, you one-shot. And he's just very threatening with this. Like, the thing is, what I'm noticing when you do breakfast food for dinner nanos, it works, I would say, 60%, 70% of the cases in which you can get value. While peanut butter and jelly, more than 90% of the times, I would say it works. Nano Boost Soldier, when he doesn't have Visor, I think that he's a little bit more viable than Cassidy with Nano Boost, especially if he's on the flank. You know, in breakfast food for dinner, he's not like cereal, he's more like bacon and eggs late at night. So I'm gonna put him over here. Without ultimate nanoing a soldier, you will get probably more value than you would out of Cassidy or out of Reaper in neutral fights, because he can do damage close range, mid range, long range. He has, you increase his explosiveness with his Helix rockets. He can go on wider flanks so that people are going to have a rougher time at focusing him down because he has damage resistance, reduction because of the nano boost. And you can be sure that out of the couple of seconds in which he has nano boost applied, he will be able to do some damage to the enemies. Meanwhile, Cassidy might miss some shots. And with Reaper, you might not have enemies close to them. You know, might not have enemies close to him. But with Soldier, you can be sure that you will actually get at least a tiny bit of value out of nano boost if you don't have anybody else to nano. Nanoing Symmetra when she doesn't have ultimate. I'm undecided with this. I love nanoing Symmetra. 270 damage tier 3 beam go brrr. It does go brrr. But this will be an unpopular opinion, okay? I think that people will quote me on this. But I think that nanoing a Symmetra is peanut butter and jelly. Change my mind. Change my mind. If she's smart about it, she can do so much damage. If she's charged up, she's just gonna melt to everybody. She's pretty hard to hit. She can close distance with a TP. The turrets are going to be annoying around her. If you leave, view it like this, you know, if you go like, what did Mr. Streamer say? What did he do? Just view it like this. What are you more afraid of? A nanoed soldier without visor or a nanoed sim without visor? Without her ultimate. If you leave the soldier unchecked or the Cassidy unchecked, meh. But if you let the sim just walk into you with a level 3 beam, you're going to be scared as hell. Like, oh my god. Nano sim is huge. Nano sim is just huge. She's just gonna melt to everybody. It's like you nano a full charge Zarya. It's incredible. I think it's one of the most underrated nano boost. She's one of the most underrated nano boost targets in the game. Nano sim is amazing. You should definitely do it more often. Even if she has even if she's at level 1 beam and stuff. Nano sim goes hard. You know, right click will do what? Right click will do 150 damage, I think, and left click will do close to 200 DPS per second. Huge nano target. Nanoing Torbjorn. From what I remember, if you nano boost Torbjorn, you do not increase the damage of his turret, right? Yeah, you do not. You just increase the damage for him. I feel like he's kind of like over here. I think he's probably a little bit lower than Soldier Cassidy, lower than everybody else, but he's still in breakfast food for dinner. If he has overload, he's kind of like a mini tank. He can do a lot of damage with his hammer. Wait, the wrong one. Perfect. Actually, it wasn't the wrong one. It was the right one. Overall, a decent target. I wouldn't nano him compared to other heroes in this list, but he's not like you would nano a Hanzo, you know? Just my 2 cents. Now moving on. Nano Boost Tracer. Nano Boost Tracer. Yeah. Peanut butter and jelly. Clearly. Peanut butter and jelly. Tracer has been, since Ana's release, one of the top nano targets. Ana usually, her nano boost is used to combo a lot of ultimates, but in a neutral team fight, if you don't have like nano blade to combo, for example, then nanoing a Tracer, you will be sure that you'll get value out of it. You know, you'll be sure that you're gonna get value out of it. Even if you do a bad nano or an ugly nano, she will have at least 1 dash available in 2 seconds after your nano, if she has 0 dashes at the beginning. She does a lot of damage. You allow her to go more aggressively so that the enemies, because the enemies will do less damage to her, so recall will be forced a little bit later. She can get closer to them. She does a lot of damage. Nano Tracer is a huge target. It's one of the best targets, clearly. Ketchup on pizza for Widowmaker. Ketchup on pizza for Widowmaker. I mean, same thing with Hanzo. She doesn't need it. Probably you'll do it if she's getting dived and she has to survive. One of those survive nanos. If you just nano boost Widowmaker, you probably, I would say that all the time you have a better target in your team. You shouldn't nano these 2 snipers. Nano boost Winston. Now, I want to talk about Winston in comparison with Diva. The reason why I place Diva in breakfast food for dinner is because if Diva can get in, then she's amazing, you know? But closing this distance is a little bit difficult with her shift, with her boosters. But Winston, for lore reasons, he's in peanut butter and jelly. Apart from lore reasons, from the lore, Winston closes distances easier and faster than Diva. Yes. Definitely. Like, you can cover so much. You can cover so much space. It's just... I mean, I don't even know what to explain about this. Nanoing Winston transforms him into Winton. He can jump 2 times doing nano boost. He becomes tankier. He can do damage to everybody with his zap. He also has the bubble that can help him afterwards. Like, it's just... He becomes... Imagine, I would say, kind of like a nano boosted Reaper in you. Just amazing. You also help him charge his primal. Probably, I would say so far, probably the best nano target out of everybody here. Just insane synergy. Insane synergy. Not to mention the fact that when Winston dives in, Ana can help him out a lot while he's in. Okay. Nano boost Zarya. She's not ketchup on pizza. Let's get this out of the way. She's a good nano boost target. She's a good nano boost target. She's not a good nano boost target if she doesn't have a lot of charge. But I would say if she has 50, 60 charge, 50 charge, she's a good nano boost target. Right? She's just gonna melt. If she's full charge, just gonna melt. You're gonna go like, but you already put Sim with her beam just bzzz at everybody with nano boost. You just put her in peanut butter and jelly tier. Well, yeah. But the thing is, Sim can close distances. Zarya cannot. Zarya doesn't have vertical mobility. Zarya doesn't have a Zarya cannot teleport. Zarya can be kited. You can run away. Zarya is the tank Sim. Zarya is the tank Sim. I just think that I'm gonna put her in peanut butter and jelly. Nano boosting a Zarya when people are close is amazing. One of the best targets possible. But she would be somewhere over here if I would complicate the tier list. Definitely lower value than Winston, I would say, in the majority of the situations, because you can kite her, you can run away from her. So I would say the key to nano boosting a Zarya is wait for 2 things. for her to be in range or kind of close to the enemies, and for her to at least be charged up. A quick tip for people that are new to Overwatch 2. Zarya's charge, you can kind of distinguish if she's charged up or not, if she's starting to be lit up like a Christmas tree on her suit. Like, you see that the lights are going to glow brighter and brighter and brighter, and when they're like fully bright, then you're gonna see that that's 100 charge roughly for her. So if you see her at the beginning of the fight without stuff glowing on her suit, then she doesn't have charge. Wait for the glow to start a little bit more intense, and then you can nano her. I love this. I would say that nano boosting a Zarya is better than nano boosting a D.Va. I'm not gonna move D.Va up. I think that nano boosting a Zarya is more threatening than nano boosting a D.Va, and the reason why is you can support your teammates. It's easier to to heal up your teammates if a nano boosted D.Va is focusing somebody. If you have healing that goes through her defense matrix, like Baptista's regenerative burst, Ilari's right click, but you cannot do that to Zarya. A nano boost Zarya will just shred through everybody. And you know what? Just compare them. Who would win in a nano boost fight? Zarya, full charge Zarya, or D.Va? Let's be honest. You know, like Zarya is just gonna be, my opinion, I would get more value out of Zarya. Okay, nano boost Zenyatta. Without Transcendence. Nano boosting Zenyatta without Transcendence. I think we're almost halfway through. He's not ketchup on pizza. He can do stuff with the nano. You might have better options. I think that nanoing Zenyatta is great. One of the issues that Zen has is the fact that he's very easily focused. Right? If he's nanoed, of course he does more damage. He gets a small burst of HP in case he's missing HP, and he gets damage reduction. If you get closer to the enemies, because you're tankier literally when you're nanoed, then you'll have an easier time of doing a lot of damage. You cannot ignore a nano boosted Zenyatta. So if you get nanoed with Zen, walk forward and try to do a lot of damage. You are incredibly strong. Nano Zen is good. Definitely good. At the beginning of the fights, it's good. Trust me. Just sometimes if you have an option, if you don't want to nano somebody from over here, just nano boost Zen. Good. Nano boost Ana. Now, I'm not biased whatsoever, but if you nano boost Ana because you can 2-tap people, she's definitely in peanut butter and jelly. Unfortunately, this is just a complete and utter dream because you cannot nano boost yourself in this. If Blizzard would give us the possibility of nanoing yourself with Ana, I would just nano myself non-stop. And not because Echo can nano. Oh, wait, that's actually, wait. This is why we're doing this with chat. Yeah, wait, back it up. So, yeah, no, Ana's peanut butter and jelly. Then copy can nano the Ana. No. Or Ana can nano the copy that. No, Ana is peanut butter and jelly. I'm not joking. You know why Ana is peanut butter and jelly in this? Because if you throw the nade, it will do a ton of damage. And it's gonna be a huge anti-nade. You will do a lot. Trust me, a lot. Apart from the fact that you can 2-tap people, okay, with nano boost, because you're gonna do more than 100 damage per shot. Just 2-tap people with nano boost, unscoped shots, quick scope, scoped in. You literally can just, it's the equivalent of just a good 140 damage per shot, chat. You're not gonna have 140 damage per shot. You're gonna have, because it's not doubled. It's basically a Junker Queen ult. That's the good way of putting it. Yeah. It's 105 damage. It's huge. 90 damage with the nade, 105 damage with the shots. If Ana could nano boost herself, or if you have Ana and you want to nano boost the copied Ana by your Echo, or Echo wants to nano boost you while they picked Ana, it could work. You're just making Ana a mini Junker Queen, I would say. I think it might be better than Junker Queen's ultimate, so definitely she's a good nano target. And wait, I have a moderator here. We're gonna make a small comment. How is nanoing Ana better than nanoing Soldier or Cassidy? Because Ana's... Hear me out. This is why. I think it's easier and more reliable to get value out of a nano boosted Ana than out of a nano boosted Soldier or Cassidy, because you have to... Yes, you have to aim, but strictly because of the nade. I think that if you land the big nade while nanoed, it's gonna be way better than... You know what? I'm not even gonna try to motivate it. Sometimes, like in these tier lists, stop bringing the receipts, leave the emotions flowing. I'm an Ana main. I would nano boost myself, and I think that everybody here that's watching the video right now, or that's on stream right now, can agree that if you play a lot of Ana, you would nano boost yourself, and I just love being nano boosted, okay? So, I am biased on this. A little bit biased. You would probably breakfast food for dinner. I understand the argument, but let's be real here. Being able to tap with Granny, or just throwing a big hentai into the enemies, perfect. Perfect. And more consistent. I think it's easier for everybody that plays Ana to just throw an aid in than it is to aim with Cassidy or Soldier in this situation with a lot of pressure. Moving on. Sombra. Breakfast for dinner. Sombra is breakfast for dinner. Even if she's uncloaked, when she doesn't have EMP. This is the discussion, okay? So without ultimate. If you nano her mid-fight, she can use Translocator a little bit later in case she's gonna be low. She's gonna have an easier time hacking somebody and then just rolling them, trying to one-clip them. It's gonna be a lot of damage. And thirdly, sometimes you might have 80% ult charge with Sombra. You start the fight while being nanoed just to get EMP fast, and then you just pop it and that's it. I think it's a good target. I think Sombra is a good target. Lucio. Now, a lot of you are gonna say he has a special voice line. Boostio just goes well. Now, I'm here to say that if you're not playing with a rated Lucio in your team, then I don't think he's that good. I don't think he's that good. I'm not gonna put him on ketchup on pizza. I think he's better. I'm assuming that who's playing Lucio doesn't play Lucio like me. Okay? I think that he's breakfast food for dinner. I've played with a lot of amazing Lucio players. If you have aggressive Lucio players, you can nano them mid-fight. You can definitely nano them mid-fight. You can definitely go in and get kills. Orisa. Peanut butter and jelly. Nah, you can't convince me otherwise. She's just peanut butter and jelly. The amount of space that Orisa can make is huge. She does a ton of damage. She's unkillable anyway. Now she's going to become literally immortal. That's what unkillable means, but still. She's gonna live forever. She can make a lot of space. She can close distances, kind of like how... Not like how Reinhardt can, but I think she's more threatening with taking space and stuff. Without nano. You can nano Orisa to just walk in. So please, if you play Orisa in quick play, or like you play Orisa in gold, or even in GM, and you don't have a good nano target, just nano boost your Orisa to walk in, and you will get a lot of value out of her. It's gonna be good. Okay. Moving on. Nano boost Junkrat. Breakfast food for dinner. I was debating if I should put him in peanut butter and jelly. But that's because I've had a lot of amazing Junkrat players. I think Nano Boost Junkrat is underrated, similar to how Nano Boost Sombra is underrated, or Nano Boost Symmetra is underrated. It's not... apart from the fact that he already does a ton of damage. He's gonna do way more damage, obviously. If he has his mines available, it's over. It is over. And you know what's the awesome thing about it? That I guarantee you that while he's nano boosted, he will get value out of it. Even if he doesn't have the best aim in the world, he will get value out of it. He will spam, he will get shot by it. It's too much. You know what? And if you don't agree with me, just imagine hearing a nano boost Junkrat in your games and you're in the enemy team. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna be scared a lot about like what Junkrat can do to you? Nano boost Farah without her ultimate. Peanut butter and jelly. Yeah. Peanut butter and jelly. Clearly. Clearly. Law reasons, that is why. Just law reasons, family. Now, why is this possible? As with all projectile characters, you are sometimes struggling to get in range to the enemies or to be able to land your shots easier. If you nano a Farah, she can get closer to the enemies. She also usually has a pocket from Mercy. Again, just to tap people incredibly easy. She's gonna melt everybody. She's just... A nano Farah is one of the scariest heroes to see in the game. Just the amount of pressure is huge. It's absolutely huge. You know what's the awesome part about nanoing a Farah? I think that you can almost never mess it up. Even if she doesn't have cooldowns, I think you can still get a ton of value out of it. Okay, Nano Boost Moira without her ultimate. No. I don't think that without ultimate, I think that without Moira having a ultimate, I think she's not a good nano target. She's ketchup on pizza. Like, I can see situations in which you can make it work, but same for all the other heroes in this category, you will have better options. You know, you will have better options. If you see your Moira behind them, and you know why actually she doesn't work that well? I feel like she takes her time too long, even with nano boost, to eliminate someone. You can just turn around and heal him up, and then that's it. I think that nanoing a Lucio is better than nanoing a Moira in this case. Okay, let's move on. Genji. Depends on the Genji player. And I think it's pretty hard to get value. But I think it's breakfast food for dinner. I think it's breakfast food for dinner for Genji. I think that if you have a Genji main in your team, definitely, even without his blade available, it's peanut butter and jelly. But if he dashes in and messes up his combo, or the enemies are ready for him, then he's just gonna be stuck there with nothing. With nothing. He's just gonna stay there and then deflect and then probably can't get out and then he's gonna die. If he asks for nano like he's a Genji main, he's just somebody split, or he has follow-up on the engage, even without blade, perfect. But it is a little bit situational. Like, you need some elements to cook, you know? It's not like compared to Tracer, where you don't have to have like some special scenario in which Genji works. In which you have to nano her, I mean. Okay. Mei. Nano boosting Mei. Might be unpopular opinion. Okay, might be unpopular opinion, but I think nano boosting Mei works. It's definitely not peanut butter and jelly. I think she's underrated like a nanoing a sim would be. But I think that Mei does a ton of damage. A ton of damage, and a lot of us are not realizing how much damage she does. She has 250 HP. Add the nano boost tankiness. She can get closer to them. She can one-tap headshot like with nano. It's gonna be... She is strong. She is a very strong target. Literally, it's like she becomes a mini tank, you know? She just becomes a mini tank with the damage of a DPS. Definitely can work. Doomfist. Without ultimate. Nanoing Doomfist without ultimate. Breakfast food for dinner. Because if he has ult, he can go very deep and he can escape. If he doesn't have ult and he doesn't secure a kill, he's gonna be in the same awkward position as Genji is. Like, in the middle of everybody, and then no escape, no way to get out, you know? So, those depends on the Doomfist player. Can work if you have nobody else. I don't recommend it that much. But I mean, sure. Let's go with Brig. I would say she's a raid boss without her ultimate even. But she has to get in range of the enemies and she can be kited. A lot of ifs, a lot of buts. I'm just gonna say breakfast food for dinner for her. Breakfast food for dinner, definitely. Can work. She's not a bad nano target. But sometimes she might go too aggressive and you might not win the fight. Nanoing Ball without this. Without his ultimate. Breakfast food for dinner. He's not a bad nano target. I think that the core of his kit is his pile drive. And you do increase pile drive damage. You can stay in the fight a little bit longer. So you can just create more chaos. Good nano target overall. Ball is not particularly doing well in Overwatch 2 so far. But I think that he is still a decent nano target. I would probably feel like Ball is similar to how Doomfist is. Nano boost wise. You know, like, you might not win the fight, they might not get kills, but space will be created. You know what I mean? Nano boost Ashe. Now, this might be catching you off guard, but I think that nano boosting Ashe is breakfast food for dinner. She's not peanut butter and jelly because she still has to land a lot of shots, but just strictly because of the TNT and of the fact that she can get a little bit closer to the enemies, land the shots, and she has like a faster fire rate than Widow or Hanzo, I have to put her here. I think that nano boosting an Ashe without Bob is pretty goddamn good. Pretty good. Nano boosting Baptiste. Without his window. Breakfast food for dinner. He does a lot of damage. Easy to land the shots. Nano Boost doesn't amplify healing, but Baptiste is just Soldier. He's Baptiste 76. So I gotta put him here. Breakfast food for dinner. Nano Boost Sigma without ultimate. Okay. It's like you'd have, like, I don't know, cereal for dinner. You know, like oatmeal for dinner. You're not gonna be fully satisfied with it. You wanna eat something and stuff. It's okay. It's okay. Nanoing Sigma is okay. Now, nano boosting Echo without her ultimate. Breakfast food for dinner. I think that nanoing Echo without her ult, because she has to get close to the enemies to zap them, because that's how you get max value, right? Because that's you do a ton of damage. If you don't have your ultimate and you don't secure kills and you make sure that you win the team fight before the enemies can start focusing you down a lot, I would say that Echo is breakfast food for dinner. For the same reason as Genji and Ball and Doomfist are. If you go in and don't have, or for the same reason that Genji and Doomfist are, if you go in and you don't have your ult, you're gonna be stuck there and everybody's just gonna be staring at you, right? You have to get closer to them than you have to with Pharah to get value, just my 2 cents. If you have ultimate, we're gonna see where we're gonna put Echo, but without ult, okay-ish. You know, not the best, okay-ish. Nano Boost Sojourn without ultimate. I didn't want to complicate the tier list, so this is why we only have like 3 categories. I'm gonna put her in breakfast food for dinner. It's not an optimal choice if she doesn't have her ultimate. She's still very threatening. She can get maybe 1 or 2 kills with this. She cannot clear the entire lobby while nanoed without her ultimate. But is she better than the ones in ketchup on pizza? Yeah, she's better. She's better. And probably one of the reasons is if you slide in, you can get up close and personal to them and make sure that you land the shots. Rather than maybe you're gonna land them, maybe not. You can cover. You're just gonna do. You're gonna be okay. You're not gonna get the entire team, I guess. You should be fine. Junker Queen without ultimate. The camera did not freeze. I'm thinking. I'm in between. You know what I'm thinking? Let me decide. Let me decide first. Let me decide. Breakfast food for dinner. I think because she has to get up close and personal to you, she's going to be very scary if she gets to you, same as D.Va, same as Roadhog, but you can play around her. She cannot cover a lot of distance if she doesn't have her ultimate available, and you can kite the shout. And if you start with the shout, instead of like mid-fight maybe, if they're not close, then you might not be able to close the distance. I'm gonna have to put her in breakfast food for dinner. If everybody's close up, same with if D.Va is in range, if everybody's around Reaper, you know, everybody's around Brig, then maybe you can put him a little bit higher up. But Queen around the corner and you nano her, you can probably just leave the tank there to fight her. She's not gonna melt you down. But if she has ult, we'll see if it's a different story or not. Nanoing Kiriko. Same thing as Sojourn. I think that Kiriko has insane kill potential. And she has the possibility of escaping in case she goes too deep. She will miss shots, but she has a pretty fast fire rate. She is really threatening if she gets close to you. Does a ton of damage. I think you can maybe get 1 or 2 kills with Kiri. You might win the fights. You might have a better chance. But definitely you do have better options. Nanoing Amatra without his ultimate. Nanoing Ram without his ultimate. Peanut butter and jelly. If he has his cooldowns available, you can just go in Nemesis form. Just go to you. That's it. He can poke you from a distance. Why Queen is not here? Because Ramatra has his slow. Ramatra just has his slow and he has the shield to tank some incoming damage before he can even get up close to them. That is why. Queen has to use shout to get close. Ramatra can just place the shield, spam a little bit, goes in Nemesis form, bam, bam, bam. His damage goes through shields. Very hard to block, very hard to disengage from him. He can just throw his slow at you. He's gonna catch up to you. He's incredibly tanky. He's just too much. I think he's good. I think he's definitely peanut butter and jelly if he doesn't have his ultimate. Life Weaver. Now, nah, I'm just kidding. Ketchup on pizza. Nanoing Life Weaver is not a good choice. He has okay-ish kill potential, I would say. Okay-ish. But you're probably just gonna nano Life Weaver to, in like desperate situations. You're gonna 2v2, 2v3, it's overtime. You have to use nano boost. It's okay. It's fun to nano him. I think that overall, stat-wise, he has the possibility from supports to do the highest amount of damage per second. It's easier now to land shots with him. But I'm still not completely sold on how strong he is. Maybe my opinion will change the next couple of months. I don't think he's that good to nano. And nanoing Ilagi without her ultimate? Depends on the Ilagi. Really depends on the Ilagi. But breakfast food for dinner. If she doesn't have her ultimate. Breakfast food for dinner. And the reason why is because she has to land shots. Same as Cassidy, same as Kiriko, same as Ash. It's not like guaranteed that you get value. She can't just throw Ana's nade into them while being nanoed. You know, like she actually has to land shots. The shots can be blocked. She can miss. Maybe the pylon will break. Maybe she pushes too deep. And her DPS overall will be okay. But it's not that impressive, I would say. I think that Ilagi is breakfast food for dinner here. Nano boost with ultimate. Explanations will not be that much. We're not gonna give that many explanations because the reasons why you should nano these heroes have been explained a little bit earlier. Now it's more about ultimate combo synergy, I would say. Does the ultimate combo with Bastion, does Nano boost combo with Bastion, like, does it increase the damage? I'm actually not sure if it does or not. I play Ana a lot, okay? I play Ana kind of a lot. I don't know if you increase Bastion's damage, but I mean, sometimes I think it does. I think it should do. I think it does increase the damage for it. So I'm just gonna put in breakfast food for dinner. You might increase some damage, you might not increase some damage. Somebody please let me know in the comments if it does or not. It's okay. In case you do increase, it's okay. It's not needed. It's okay. It can work. Cassidy. Nano boosting Cassidy. Nano boosting High Noon. High Noon is usually a cosmetic ultimate. You just stare at it and you just see like that thing just spinning around. But it does help you channel the skulls faster and you can stay there a little bit more because you're tankier in it. So breakfast food for dinner, it can work. You can do this. Nano boost Zarya when she has Graviton Surge. I don't think that it's necessary if she has Graviton Surge. I don't think it's a throw either, so breakfast food for dinner. It's overkill. It is definitely overkill to do this. It's a good target. Nah, peanut butter and jelly. It's overkill, but I mean, you will win the fight. Nano boost Sombra when she has EMP. They changed how this works at the beginning of Overwatch 2. It did change the percentage. It did modify the percentage of when this happens, of how much damage she does. Right now it doesn't. You're just gonna help her follow up with an EMP after the EMP to get some damage in. It's okay. It's not that big of a combo. You don't increase the EMP chance, but it's not a throw if you do it. Should you nano an Ana that has nano? No, ketchup on pizza. Like, seriously, if you can nano Ana so that she can use nano boost on somebody, you're not gonna enhance anything for her. It's nanoception, you know, like you nano boost an Ana that wants to nano boost somebody else, you're not gonna increase anything. It's not a good nano target. Nano boost Hanzo. Ketchup on pizza still. The only thing that you nano boost from Hanzo's ultimate is his initial arrow. And that's it. You're not gonna increase the damage of his ultimate. Not a good target. Nano boost Diva. The Diva bomb already does 1000 damage. I'm not sure if you actually increase its damage. I know that you increase the remake damage from it, but still, even if it works, even if it doesn't, it's not a good nano target. Like, you're just gonna waste, because the second she's gonna throw the Diva bomb and she's in baby Diva, then she's just gonna shoot. That's it. Not a good target. Nano boost Genji though, the classic in Overwatch. Peanut butter and jelly. Genji being nano boosted, the nano blade combo is a staple of Overwatch, has always been, and I think will always be. They just go so well. It helps him secure kills so that he can go and dash to somebody else because he has the dash reset. Absolutely amazing combo. Nano boost Junkrat's Riptide, to my knowledge, I don't think it does anything. Not a good combo, so don't ult your Junkrat if he wants to use his ultimate. All you're gonna do is just increase his tankiness during his ult if he's gonna get focused, but I mean, you can just pocket him if he does that and he's in the open. Nano boost Lucio when he has beat, his ultimate available. It doesn't increase beat whatsoever. He doesn't need it in order to go and get extra kills and stuff. I don't think it's a good combo. Whatever. Don't wait for like Lucio has beat and then I'm gonna nano boost him. It's not gonna do anything. Nano boost Mei in her ultimate, I think that it does slightly a little bit more damage. Okay, slightly a little bit more damage. And you do help her get up close and personal to the target. It's not necessary to nano boost the Mei for her ultimate to be more efficient. So if you want to nano boost Mei for her ultimate, it's ketchup on pizza. But if you want to nano boost Mei to get extra damage in her ultimate, I'm gonna put in breakfast food for dinner. So same reasoning as Sombra. It's not necessary to enhance the effects of the ultimate while you're doing it. It's the fact that they can use their ultimate more efficiently if you nano them. So not to buff their ult, but to help them do better in or with their ult, better said. Because Mei can just walk in a little bit deeper to do this, the follow-up exactly after their ultimate. Nano boost Mercy in Valkyrie. Yeah, breakfast food for dinner. I'm a fan of it. I think it can work if you don't have a good nano boost target. You gotta go in full Katrina mode. But it especially works if you nano boost Mercy if she's against Widowmaker, against Hanzo, against a sniper, somebody that stands still and is squishy, because she can finish kills quite easily. Nano boost Farah with her ultimate. Not necessary. She's already peanut butter and jelly. Without, definitely with. Hell yeah. Goes amazing. She's just gonna melt through everybody. Good combo. Barrage will do a ton of damage. Yes. Nano boost. Farah when she has her ult. Good. Peanut butter and jelly for Reaper as well. Just, I mean, shout out to Season 2 Overwatch 1, the Beyblade meta, in which Nano Boost also gave you a bit of speed boost while doing it. You just like spin to win with Reaper in his ultimate. One of the coolest and most satisfying ult combos to do in the game. And definitely easier to pull off than Nano Blade. Just press Q and watch them decease. Nano Boost Reinhardt, if he has Shatter. We're gonna put Reinhardt in peanut butter and jelly, putting him again here because Shatter does a ton of damage, and in a Rein versus Rein matchup, if you just nano boost the Reinhardt that has his Shatter available, that's a lot of problems for the enemy Reinhardt to deal with. Definitely a good target if your Rein has ultimate, go for it. Just nano me. Huge play. Nano boost Roadhog with his ultimate. Yeah, a lot of you might be saying, no, chill. Nano boost Roadhog is insane. I would say the same underrated. It's equally as underrated as Nano boost Sim without her ultimate. Nano boost Roadhog is sick. And before you're gonna be like, huh? What do you mean? Literally, chat right now. Wait, you can't see them, but 1 second. This is chat right now, huh? What do you mean? Wait, huh? If you're having a hard time capping points, okay, especially on payload maps, just save these two ultimates and ult and combo them to force them away from the point. You're gonna boop everybody and it's too risky for them to actually do a lot. Just ult them to secure points. You don't ult mid-fight, you ult wait the payload is starting to the fight to happen, you know, around corners and stuff, or to cap points. Such a sick combo to do. I love nanoing a Roadhog. Peanut butter and jelly for Nano Visor as well. Very simple to execute. Both of you have Q. Wait for some shields to be gone, some cooldowns to be forced, and then just everybody, and then that's it. Nano boost Sim with ult. We already placed Sim in peanut butter and jelly earlier without her ultimate. She's still here with her ultimate. It just helps her play around the shield, around her ult a little bit better, as she can go deeper and just use her ultimate as cover. Doesn't enhance her ultimate but does help her play around her ultimate, similar to how Nano Boost helps Sombra and may even play around their ultimates as well. Nano Boost Torbjorn. Now, Torbjorn has a huge load available from time to time, and I'm gonna put it in breakfast food for dinner. I don't know if it increases the damage that Torb's ult does. I think it increases the tick rate of the ult. I might be wrong on this. I have not Nano Torbjorn thinking that it's a good ult target, but it does help him go a little bit deeper, make sure that he just splashes his ultimate all over. I think just the initial hit damage, we have a confirmation from my chatting chat, just the initial hit damage it gets boosted. It's okay. The 25 damage each shot does on impact gets boosted. Same for like Hanzo's arrow, not necessary, but it does help you like go a little bit deeper and splash it all over the place. I wouldn't recommend it, but sure. Nano Boost Tracer when she has Pulse Bomb, hell yeah. Pulse Bomb damage gets amplified, so Pulse Bomb will do 50% more damage. Good target, just go for it. Just go for it. Nano Boost Widowmaker when she has Wall Hack, it's like anti-synergy because she wants to use Wall Hack and walk slowly and just scout what's happening, but everybody's gonna run away when you use Wall Hack. And with Nano Boost, when you want to go in, like, what are you gonna do with Wall Hack? You don't increase the duration. You're not gonna have like super Wall Hack. It would be cool, and I think that Nano Boosting a Widowmaker with ultimate would work if you'd be able to wall bang through the ultimate, or if you have your Wall Hack on, that is, but not possible. Nano Boost Winston for his Primal Rage. Now, this is not necessarily like a good combo to do. Oh, he has Primal, I'm gonna nano him. But the combo is the following. He's 70-20% to his ultimate, you nano him, and then after his ult finishes, you nano him mid-Primal. Still a good, like, he uses his Primal, I mean. Still a good target. If you do a misclick on a Winston that isn't his Primal Rage, you're gonna get less damage, obviously. Obviously, he doesn't do that much damage with his fist, but it can work to a certain extent. So I would say, if you nano him with the intention not to stack the ultimates, like you don't nano him in Primal, then it's peanut butter and jelly. Like he can go in and then last second, boom. You're gonna see that with another hero, it's roughly the same thing. But if you nano him in his Primal Rage, it's breakfast food for dinner. It's okay, it's not that bad, but definitely it's not like top tier. It's kind of like a big mistake. Now, as you all know, Transcendence gets its healing amplified in Nano Boost. No, that's a joke. No, ketchup on pizza. Nano boosting as Zenyatta in Transcendence is absolutely useless. It doesn't do anything. He just wololos. And yeah, no, that's it. Doesn't do anything. It's just a complete waste of time. Misclicks do happen. It would be nice if Nano Boost would also increase the amount of healing that you do. Maybe a buff in the future if Ana can't be played anymore, if she really doesn't work in the meta. But so far, no. You don't do anything. Like, Zen is just gonna be stuck doing this in Transcendence, so nope. Okay, Nano Boost Orisa and ultimate. Hell yeah. Yeah. This is a clear Nano Boost target. She can go in deep. She's gonna do a lot of damage. She's... Woo! Please, just Nano Boost Orisa if she has his ultimate. It's sick. Nano Boost Doomfist. If he has his ultimate, definitely. We put Doomfist without his ultimate at breakfast food for dinner, but peanut butter and jelly, why right now with his ultimate? Because if he goes in, he can go out when he wants. It's like Nano Boost is like insurance. View it like this for some heroes. For some heroes, it's like everything's going well according to plan, and for some heroes, it's just insurance. For heroes like Winston, for heroes like Doomfist, for heroes like maybe even Genji, you know, like insurance that I can go in and get out. So same thing for Doomfist. He can go in, maybe mess up his combos, maybe they kite him and stuff, no problem. I can just press Q, I can press my ultimate a little bit later with the Nano Boost. And I think that you also do more damage if you drop with your ultimate, so it might enhance this. Nano Coalescence, and hear me out. I'm talking about all ratings in this, okay? I'm talking about all ratings. So, with this being said, Nano Boost Coalescence, peanut butter and jelly. It is very underrated. You can roll through squishies very easily, throw a damage ribbon, use Coalescence, fade mid-coalescence to do more damage, just focus the squishies. From time to time, you're also gonna be healing. Doesn't increase the healing, but doesn't matter. You're gonna go for damage. You will probably secure kills. At least at the minimum, you're gonna force a ton of cooldowns from them. So if you have a Moira on your team and she has coalescence, do not hesitate to nano boost your Moira. Nano boost Brig with Rally might be a bit of an overkill, but I think it's peanut butter and jelly. You do have better options, but again, this tier list is addressed to everybody in all ratings. If you have a tank that refuses to press W, okay? If you have a tank that just doesn't want to go in and your Brig has Rally, or you're getting dived and your Brig has Rally, Nano Boost Brig will make them just run for their lives. Super good. It's kind of like you're a raid boss. Nano Boost Ball with Mines, good target. Same as for Doomfist, can go in deeper. Mines are annoying. It's good. I think it does increase the damage from mines, but I mean, you're probably not gonna die from one mine, you're gonna die from 2 or 3 mines anyway, so it just helps him set up better ultimates, not necessarily for the ult to be more efficient, which does actually work as setting up better ultimates, but still. Nano Boost, not Ashe doing Bobby, okay, not Ashe doing Bobby, but Nano Boost Bob. Because I think that affects this. From what I remember, it's been about again jelly, clearly. From what I remember, if you nano boost your Ashe, Bob doesn't get damage boosted, right? They changed that. A while ago, Bob did get damage boosted, and then they changed it. Okay, thank you for confirming. He does not get damage boosted. But even if Ashe has Bob, even if you nano boost the Ashe when she throws Bob, or even if you nano boost Bob, it is still a super good one. Because if you nano boost Ashe and she bobs in, usually what's gonna happen, everybody's gonna run away from Bob. That means a free juicy damage nano boosted TNT from Ashe. That means easy picks for Ashe. So still a good target. But who do I prefer? Depends on the player. I actually do enjoy nanoing Bob. If it's a big Bob shoved in the backline of the enemy team, then good. They can't disengage, they have to go for us. If they go for Bob, Bob is gonna do a ton of damage. I would recommend though, do not nano boost Bob necessarily instantly. Nano boost Bob after he takes some damage. Why? Because if the enemies run away from Bob and Bob doesn't do any damage, you know it's gonna be a wasted nano. If the enemies start taking damage from Bob and they focusing Bob a little bit, then nano boost will also give him some HP because it's one of the effects of nano boost, and they're gonna be like, what? Nani? He's nano boosted. So wait for him to see if it's a good Bob, placement, and then throw the nano. Do not throw it instantly. Nano boost Baptiste, when he has his window, the definition of overkill, but it's peanut butter and jelly. And I am biased because I play a lot of Baptiste. If you nano me and I have window, I'm just gonna melt through the entire enemy team. And the thing with Bap is that you have to control the recoil, right? But if he's damage boosted, if he uses his window and he's nano boosted, he's gonna melt through everybody, even if you just aim at the bodies. Okay? I think that even if you're playing only quick play, or you're playing in silver, or you're playing in masters, if you get nano boosted and you have the window, the tanks will just disappear and you're gonna win. It's gonna be a lot. You're literally becoming a Bastion in turret form. It's underrated. Try it with your duo and you're gonna see that you're gonna get a lot of value. Nano boost Sigma and his ultimate. Breakfast food for dinner. He already has like an easy time doing his ultimate. He can just use cover, he can move in his ultimate, he can place his shield, everything's good. The only thing you're gonna do for him though is the fact that the initial 50 damage that he does when he lifts people up will be increased. So he's gonna do 75 damage. That's the only thing that he gets that nano boost boosts. Not his slam damage, that's still 50% of max HP. It does help him walk a little bit more in front. It's not a bad nano. It can work if you don't have any better options. 75 damage might make the difference. Plus, you'll increase his chances of actually following up on his ultimate. On the ulti targets to secure some kills, that is. Nano boost Echo, if she has her ultimate, is peanut butter and jelly. Same principle as with Genji. Same principle as with Doomfist. You wanna go in, and then at the last possible second, ult. If your Echo has ult. Because Echo's gonna be like, pew, pew. And then, boom, I transform. I copy somebody. That's it. If she has ultimate, clearly one of the best nano boost targets in the game. If she doesn't have nano, we covered this a little bit earlier, not that good. Because she has to get close. Nano boost Sojourn, peanut butter and jelly. I mean, we all know Sojourn gaming. We all know it ends now. We all remember season 1 and 2 and 3, I think, of Overwatch 2, and how long it took for Blizzard to balance Sojourn. I think that Sojourn, if you have good aim with her, with the railgun, especially because the railgun can go through multiple people, so good. Immediately, peanut butter and jelly. Nano boost Junker Queen, peanut butter and jelly. I placed Junker Queen earlier in breakfast food for dinner if she doesn't have her ultimate available. The reason why is because she doesn't have a shield to close distance. She can just use her shout, and you might not want to start with the shout at the beginning of the fight. You might, or maybe you want to, but still, it's easy to like disengage from it, right? But now with the ultimate, you have way more space. I think you do increase some of the damage of the ult, probably the initial damage when you hit people. But you have the mobility to go into the backline and benefit from the tackiness of Nano Boost. So I would definitely put her, yo, I have Nano, we're gonna go around the corner. Queen, just do whatever. Nano Boost Queen, perfect when she has her ultimate. Nano Boost Kiriko and Fox. Now, depends on the Kiriko, but usually what's gonna happen is you're gonna Nano Boost Kiriko, she's gonna use Fox, and she's gonna miss everything, because everything's gonna move so fast and there's a lot of pressure. But one of the 50 kunai that she's going to throw will eventually land, and that will still result in an accidental kill most of the times. Let's be honest, we've all done this. We've all used Fox, or got nano boosted or whatever, and we started missing. Just you will land a knife. You will land 2 or 3 knives. And also, one quick trick. In your ultimate, if you get nano with Kiriko, here's something that you can do for fun with your duo. Try it in quick play. Try to melee. I think that you can sneak in you can sneak in like 20 melees. The potential damage is huge. The animation doesn't even start if you just melee non-stop with Kiriko and her ultimate. If you wanna go for some like funny clips and stuff, then use Kiriko's Fox and then nano boost her and then just melee suffer as I have, and you're gonna see that it's gonna be a very fun team fight. You'll probably win the fight, you know, but still. Nano Boost Ramatra, I mean, is it even up for debate? I think that Nano Boost Ramatra is probably the best Nano Boost target in the entire game. I think that this is the best ultimate combo for Nano Boost that we have ever seen. Suffer as I have, you cannot contest point, you cannot fight him, you cannot melt him, it's just over. It should be in its own tier. The only way you can deal with this is if you, 2 ways, you either run away or you may ult. That's it. It is just incredible. It does require a lot of execution, a lot of planning and stuff. So if you're playing Ana with a duo tank and you can break 2 choke points, just picking Ramatra might be one of the easiest ways to win games by just pressing Q together. It's gonna be over. Just remember to throw the slow, maybe place the shield before, and you're gonna be good to go. You're gonna win to everybody. Literally, this is the best Nano Boost combo in Overwatch 2 so far. Nano Boost Life Weaver when he has his 3, this doesn't make any sense whatsoever. You might want to save him, but he has his 3 available anyway. I don't know. It would be cool if you would Nano Boost Life Weaver and instead of a 3, he would plant an entire forest in his ultimate. But until that day, it's ketchup on pizza for Nano Boost for Life Weaver. And Nano Boost Illari when she has the ultimate in all ratings, if you trust your Illari, it's top tier. I think that it is peanut butter and jelly. The reason is not necessarily because of the damage that comes. The reason is because you can help her go in more aggressive. That is, it's like setting up a good ultimate. Because when she ults, she's like Sigma in her ult. And how many times have you slipped the Sigma or have you canceled the Sigma ultimate? From time to time. But he has the shield, right? Illari doesn't have the shield. She can just move around. If you nano boost on Illari, you're going to be so scared of her that she's just going to melt to the entire team that you're gonna continue probably just nanoing her non-stop. Depends. It depends. Keep in mind also that one body shot will detonate the sun, if I remember correctly, because body shots are 75, you need what? You need 90 damage, right? So you're gonna do more than 100 damage with nano boost, it's over. it is just over. Just one body shot. The pressure is off. You just land the ult, one body shot, no headshot, just body shot. Fully charged body shot, that is. Boom, that's it. So this is my tier list for Nano Boost with Ultimate, with a special shout out to Ramatra from tanks, to Genji from DPSs because it looks cool, and to, I would say, from supports, Coalescence. It's these three are like three of my favorite ones. Anyway, please let me know in the comments what do you think. What are good Nano Boost targets with and without your Ultimate, and if you like content, make sure to subscribe. Till next time, I'm all 7 out.